Good afternoon. Some of you have become aware of it over the years. I've become fond of a type of revolver called a Bulldog. These revolvers were made in the 1870s through about 1912 or so. Original maker was a company called Webley, and their design, which came out in 1870, was extremely successful and immediately copied by makers in Belgium, France, Spain, Portugal, Germany, and even in Pakistan and some parts of Asia. The weapons were offered in multiple calibers, but the first caliber was something called 44 Webley. The guns came in many variants, but this was the basic first pattern of Webley Bulldog revolver. It was copied with many variations, including a variation some of you have seen before with a folding trigger that just pulls down. They were extremely popular, and worldwide over 1 million of these revolvers were made in the late 19th century. The initial caliber, as stated, was something called 44 Webley, which has not been manufactured since the 1930s. However, I have remanufactured some 44 Webley ammunition from scratch. It's a black powder cartridge, and I thought today I'd give us a test of it. In the time frame of about 1880, the gun began to be copied here in the United States, and the American shooting public decided that the original 44 Webley ammo had too much kick for it. So what American companies did is they came out with a much smaller bullet called the 44 Bulldog, which has less kick and less recoil. And as you can see, it's substantially smaller than the original round. What I want to do today is compare the two bullets in terms of accuracy and also penetration. The test target will be these blocks of wood, which are each 1.5 inches thick. Ideally, the bullet will just blast right through both of them, but I don't think that'll happen. Uh, Also, I'll fire a few shots at paper just to zero the guns in. One of the reasons these were so popular among shopkeepers and other Americans and Europeans is, as you can see, they would just fit neatly into your pocket and you could forget about them all day. Even the larger triggered variant, it too just drops right into the pocket. So now let's go on to the firing range. Our first test will be of the folding trigger variant. At about the range the weapon would be used, 5 to 10 feet. I'll begin with a simple shot at this paper target. Let's see if I can hit the shot. Nope, we're a little high. Let's try again and hold a little. We're closer. We're here. One of the problems with these is the grip is so small, you can only get one finger around it. Looks like that hit the same place. Most of the bullets went through the same hole. Let's try this again with one of the full-sized Webley cartridges. Notice there was a difference in recoil. and the bullet went high. These guns are emptied by simply sliding the ejector over and pushing the cartridges out. In that fashion. This gun is empty. Go back in my pocket for now. The similar test will now occur with the full triggered variant. Hit. Hit. I'm going to drop it down a little bit, make a different hole. Yep, better holes. That, of course, was a full power load. Gun is now empty. 5 shots fired. Gun is empty. Continues to empty in the same fashion. Just shake the bullet out. Push your ejector back. Reloading. Similar. Just slide the bullet in. Close it. Rotate the bullet around to when it's ready to fire. Let me get the wooden blocks. Okay, for the first penetration test, I will fire one of the short Bulldog cartridges at these 2 wooden blocks. Prior experience has told me I probably will not receive complete penetration of either block from the short Bulldog cartridge. No penetration on this side. As anticipated, I have an entry wound. I can see the bullet about 3/4 of an inch deep, but no exit from the back. I will now, using the folding trigger version, fire a full-size Webley load into the wood. We have a marked difference in power. We have complete penetration of 1.5 inches of wood with the bullet embedded into the next block. I will now duplicate this experiment, except I'm going to use the normal trigger guard version. Let's see, first we bring up the Webley bullet, which will be this round. This is the Bulldog bullet. Bulldog bullet hits dead center, breaks the wood, but as you can see, it is still embedded. 1.5 inches of penetration is a potentially fatal wound. I will now default to the full power Webley bullet. Okay. I am going to want to do this again. I think